Hey, what is going on you guys? It's Epic here and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today we're going to be covering the latest hotfixes for Borderlands 3 and talking about them, sharing our opinion and thoughts on them as we always do. Because of course today a new hotfix was released for Borderlands 3 which will activate the limited timed event for Broken Hearts Day. Very exciting things, we'll get into that in just a second. But the real reason why I want to get in front of the mic today and talk to you guys is because the weapon buffs introduced with today's hotfix are very interesting to say the least, and I'm going to discuss why very soon. But yes, today they will be activating Broken Hearts Day 2021 until the 25th of February, and if you don't know what Broken Hearts Day is, it's essentially just Borderlands' kinda, Valentine's Day limited timed event. This is where you can shoot a bunch of hearts out of the sky and get some free loot from there, and also for those who didn't know, you can also get golden hearts which do have a chance to drop bloody harvest gear as well. So what's interesting about that is that, again, if you didn't get a chance to get your Vindicator Gascals or your Fearmongers at level 65, now you can from these golden hearts. This time around, Broken Hearts Day is pretty much exactly the same as before. I wonder if we'll see any new little challenges you've got to do to unlock the cosmetic rewards, but I really don't think so. And speaking of rewards, this time around, the Broken Hearts Day rewards are basically the same, except they've been recolored, and in a nutshell, I don't like that. I think it's kind of lazy. I'm not a big fan. Now, of course, they have been working on other things, and again, a limited timed event is better than no limited timed event. But personally, I just wish they would have done more a year later. For those of you who have been watching my streams or see me on Twitter, you will also know that I felt the exact same way about Bloody Harvest. I just find it really poor and just really lazy to bring the event back and only recolor a few skins. I do not like it. It doesn't sit well with me. But hey, that's just me, it might not be you. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this hotfix, the gear adjustments, because they are very odd and I want to share why. Because myself and Triple G were talking about this and he actually brought up some fair points which I'd like to discuss in this video. So first of all, Miss Moxie's Hail has had its weapon damage increased. This is the AR returning from Borderlands 2. You can get it from Tipping Moxie. No biggie, not really a great assault rifle, not many people use it. It has that unique bullet pattern where it arches as you shoot, but it's not for me personally. Another Moxie weapon which I'm not a huge fan of is the crit, but luckily they fixed something which a lot of people didn't like about it, which was the chance that it would drop out of your hands when you reload it. So in the hotfix they basically just lowered the chance of that happening, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. And now for the bouncing pear grenade mod, this is Moxie's titty joke weapon. It's basically you throw a grenade and I am pretty sure it chucks two of them because boobs and whatnot, and they've increased the damage of this grenade. So who knows how much by? I'm assuming quite a lot. From what I know, this grenade is already quite good as it is, so this is going to be really interesting. Now, all around the world, panties are getting wet. Dicks are hitting the table because the Chaosan has had its weapon damage increase. For those of you who were not aware, when Gearbox introduced the Chaosan with the rest of the new Mayhem weapons, it was a beast, and it was so fun to take into the cartels. It was really, really good. And then they nerfed it, and they hard nerfed it too. Not just like a little nerf, no, like not just like, oh, you've been bad, go sit in the corner. No, they put this thing up for adoption. They fucked the Chaosan hard. But apparently they're now buffing it to fix what they've done. So good guy Gearbox. I can't wait to jump in and try it. Another weapon which not a lot of people have used in a while is the Garcia. And I don't really understand what they say here in the fix for it, so maybe someone could explain it in the comment section. But it says they updated the weapon to fire correctly in multiplayer. Players will notice that the weapon will now only fire 2 shots before reloading in both solo and co-op, so I don't know if it was bugged before. I've never really used it in base game. And they also increased the weapon damage, which is really nice. If you don't already know about the Garcia, it is a very, very cool Jacob shotgun that drops from Chonk Stomp on Eden 6. Now this is where things start to get really interesting here, because the Impaler shield has had its damage dealt increased, and for those of you who know what the Impaler is, I kind of feel like it's the less cooler Daniel to the Stinger, but I mean, now that they've increased the damage, it's going to be really interesting to go and see how that performs. I'll probably make a video on it, who knows, it depends how cracked it is. Now here's the shield I did not expect getting a buff, and it's the Void Rift. Now admittedly, and I know I'm probably going to get shouted at, I do not really know what the Void Rift does. I've never picked it up. I looked at it. It looked boring because it was a singularity shield. And let's face it, they're not that great. but luckily for us, it seems like it's getting buffed in this hotfix, because they are increasing the spike damage that it deals and also the black hole singularity damage, which is really nice. And then continuing the buff to shields, they've also now buffed the black hole by increasing the damage that deals as well, which is really interesting. I did not see them buffing the black hole. And now the reason why I wanted to get on here and talk about these hotfixes today is because recently another Borderlands YouTuber, Triple G, has been in my Discord and we've been talking about some of the recent weapon buffs Gearbox have been doing, and he brought up a theory which at first I didn't fully believe, but now I can't really think anything else but what he said. So in a nutshell, Triple said that the reason he thinks anyway Gearbox are buffing all of this gear, you know, the Moxie weapons, and now for example the Void Rift, the Black Hole, just really unorthodox things that people aren't using. You know, they buffed the auto aim and a bunch of other stuff from DLC 2. It's because with the new content coming out for Borderlands 3, the new boss, Hemovorous the Invincible, if you don't know about it, then oh my god, you need to go and find out, is going to be really difficult, and this gear might factor into actually beating Hemovorous or maybe some of the other bosses. And at first I wasn't really on board with the idea, but now it's all I can see when they're buffing all of this unorthodox stuff, you know, just I don't think I've seen people use these things in a very long time, and I'm very interested and curious to see what people can do with shields like the Impaler now, especially the Void Rift and the Black Hole. But even more so, it's very odd to me that they've increased the damage of the hail. It kind of makes me think that with Hemovorous, it's going to be better to keep your distance and then just unload your damage from far away. I'm not entirely sure, but that's how it looks like to me. And also the Void Rift as well and the Black Hole, just buffing them in general seems very weird, and I don't really know why they've done it. But I guess only time will tell when the new DLC Director's Cut releases on the 18th of March, and you guys know that I'll be all over that when it comes out, so don't worry. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here today, talk about the new hotfix. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. I think it's really good, like all round good hotfix. I don't really have much bad to say about it apart from Broken Hearts Day not being that different, but it's not a biggie. It's not going to make me go and cry into my pillow. I'm not going to quit the game over it, so whatever. Good hotfix. Thank you, Gearbox. Just that's it. That's all I've got to say. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.